Oh Lord, I can miss this. Oh Lord, I got issues. Oh Lord, on this shit. Oh Lord, getting this one. Cyberbuzz, 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 cyberbuzz. Cyberbuzz, 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 cyberbuzz. She doing alright to keep me up. Stay the night, just never know.
Hey, yo, it's the Cooper, bro. Y'all warm? I hope everybody's warm. I warned you, son. We're doing more of the quest. It's version 3, baby, and on the solo time, where I solo the grind with all 3 of my beautiful Earthbound characters. Today, I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit. Today, we're doing Dull Worm. I'll do a little story spoiler today. Basically, they are making a tracking device for the snake guy, so we'll know where he is, right? And to finish the tracking device, we need a junk part from our good old junk man, and I'm so glad we're back here in the Dull Worm Kingdom, because that guy, Dustin, he's crazy. Like, he is literally a madman, and I kind of love him. So we'll see more of him today. Go detect where he's been up to, and then when he gets us the junk that we need, we'll go back to Dull Worm Kingdom, and then we get attacked, and then there's cool stuff that happens. But that's essentially what's going on in the Dull Worm section. I hope everybody is active, you know, is alive and well. Because we have a lot to go through. We have a lot to go through today. We have a long road to walk. Well, maybe not today specifically, but I do, you know, have a long road to walk. Well, not in this specific video, but today in general. Ooh-wee, there's some obstacles. There's some obstacles. And with any obstacle, we must push forward, push through. Prosper. I know Chihiri. There's a lot about prosperity, you know what I'm saying? Is a good way to think. Is a good way to think. You know, you have to think through your problem, not in your problem. As in, it's already solved. You know, I feel like we need more and more female characters like that. You know, because she's got that confidence, but it's not like a sassy bitch confidence. Like I want to punch her in the face. Like it's just like, nah, bro, we got this. We know what we're doing. Don't worry, I am incredibly competent. You know, it's just it's good. It's good. Oh, that smooth, we gotcha. You know, gotcha back, and we'll be there. So, either way, we'll go travel over to Mount Gadara. Talk to Dustin again. Today, I believe I want to rant. Today's an angry day, right? So I believe I do want to rant. I don't think Nintendo's making out of this console generation quite unscathed. I think the Switch 2 is going to be turned in for junk parts. It's the natural Nintendo cycle. Like some people still don't know this, but Nintendo, much like Microsoft computers, they can't make 2 good consoles in a row. They can't do it. They can't do it. You know, it's literally like almost impossible. It's like you have the NES, and then the SNES was like the best thing ever. You know, not that the NES was bad, it was just the SNES was way better than it. You know, let's be real. And you go to the N64 and you're like, whoa, it's not like it's a terrible console, but the PlayStation was there. You know, PlayStation was there and it cooked the 64 so bad. It was so bad compared to that. And you had the GameCube after that, which technically, I guess the GameCube was another bad one, quote unquote, at the time. I had one as a kid, and I really loved it. I think it had a lot of good things about it. I think it was lacking in maybe some areas, but I thought it was pretty fucking solid. And then you just have the Wii, which went out of there, you know, which went crazy. But then you went to the Wii U, you know, which was fucking awful. And so everybody kind of knew that the Switch 2 was gonna suck ass, right? We all saw this coming. And I don't mean to shit on Nintendo. I use my Switch every single day. I think there's maybe like 2 hours a day that I'm not on the Switch at some point, right? So yeah, maybe 2 hours a day where I actually have my Switch turned off, not docked or whatever, right? So it's a console that I use quite a bit, right? Switch 2 I will never get. I will not. I mean, somebody might buy it for me because of that tragic figure that I've just said a couple seconds ago. But I would never. I would fucking never, because Jesus Christ, just the value proposition that they hold. And the precedent that it sets, you know, you got to put your vote in with your dollar. I don't want like you pay $500 for the console, and then 1/5 of that for every single game. And also the fact that physical is pretty much gone. I got away with physical. I dealt away with physical as soon as digital was even an option. And now that I'm seeing, hey, you don't even have the option anymore. It's kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked, you know? It's one of those things where I figured this is the future we were heading towards, but I didn't think they would sort of, you know, cock slap us in the face and act like it's still worth something. Not only worth something, but worth more than a digital download code. Like, how does that work? Like, this is just so much more cumbersome. I have to waste space in my house for it. Like, honestly, the digital download code should cost more because it's way more convenient, in my eyes. Because what the fuck are we really doing here, guys? Like, why would you buy... see, that's why I can't get this console. I would feel like an idiot just buying the games for it. Like, why am I buying this physical game when I just keycard it in and download it to get... Like, what... I got a gift of a game that was wrapped in the box and everything. It was a Switch 1 game, and I opened it. There was no... in it. And a lot of people were telling me the Mario Kart World book ain't a book. It ain't a book. It's pictures. And it's just very sad that the state of gaming merchandise, you know, the state of the actual physical things you own that aren't a digital screen that you're interacting with, that us gamers can buy or own, is slowly fading from existence. It's like, I don't know, dude, get some gaming merch, you know? Get some anime figures. Because they don't want you to own anything related to games. You know, they don't want you to own your house. They don't want you to own anything anymore, which is really crazy, really scary to think about. With the whole game key cards thing, and then also just the new features with the Switch 2. Like, oh my gosh, we got voice chat. That just sounds so terrible to me. You know, you guys have constantly seen. I almost exploded just now when I got a text message, and that was a group chat. I don't even really care that much. It's just like it doesn't even affect me that close, but it's still so close to me that I get pissed off because people are trying to communicate. And that's how fucked up a person I am. So you imagine me with the Switch 2, having the Switch on all the time and having voice chat. That sounds awful. And a lot of the games, like Donkey Kong, it doesn't look... It literally looks like Donkey Kong Returns on the Wii. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. What am I... Mario Kart World, I guess it has good music, but, like, I don't really care attached to a game like that. You know, I'll wait till I hear it offhand somewhere. And an open world Mario Kart sounds fucking terrible. I'll just go play Forza. There's no story. So what am I driving around for? There's no, like, what am I just collecting stuff? What is this, just Donkey Kong 64? No. No. Donkey Kong 64 in a car. Are you fucking stupid, man? So yeah. I think Nintendo will be fine, but I don't think they're gonna... Oh my goodness, there's the Nintendo police right there behind me, huh? You guys can definitely hear that on the mic, I know you can. That was very loud. I am right by the bridge, so, you know. Sometimes you hear the fun stuff outside. Sometimes you hear the action. What was I saying? Yeah, I think Nintendo will be fine. I don't think they'll be horribly bankrupt or anything after this. I don't think like having empathy is required for a multi-billion-dollar company. I think they're pretty much a staple, right? Like, even me, as someone who's vehemently against this, I'm not saying I'm never gonna buy it. I'm just saying I'm putting in my vote right now that I'm not going to buy it for myself. And that's not to say if the content creation doesn't take off, that I might not like have to review the console at some point, and then I'll have to buy it when the funds get right. And I'm not even against that, but I'm certainly not a shill who's gonna, you know, drown myself in the Nintendo Kool-Aid and slorpo glorpo the corpo gorpos to get a free Switch, if that's what you're implying there. Not really the type. Not really the type. I like opinions. I like free speech. I like speaking my mind. You know, like most people on the realms of the interwebs, because I'm often not one who speaks my mind in real life, you know? And it sucks because that makes me feel like one of my secret hobbies is internet trolling. Although, I mean, no, of course not. And I feel like it's a horrible hobby, personally. But yeah, it's like that's my dark side that I gotta integrate with myself and be like, yeah, I mean, it kinda, you know, it connects, it tracks, honestly, because it's there, it's a part of me. That generally the internet can enhance or sort of reflect back to you. But I've always seen that, so you know, I've always been very wary of my digital footprint, and not to leak my toxins all over the place, you know. Bro, this guy's majestic. See, this is what I mean. It's hard for me not to slurp the glorp of every Nintendo game when they have moments like these. They are, you know, wonderfully graphically styled. As you can clearly see, this is a Nintendo channel. You know, I started out with a Nintendo game. I use Nintendo avatars. It's clearly a Nintendo channel, right? But at the same time, I have to be honest with myself and say that most of their takes are bad. Most of their business practices are bad, and they just have really good designers, really good game designers. They really care about the craft. So essentially, I just only care about their craft. I'm not gonna like care about their culture or their hearts or any of that bullshit. Not even gonna care about really giving them money. You know, pirate those Nintendo games, guys. Do whatever you want to do. That's another reason why the Switch 2, I feel like, will definitely fail, is because they go in so hard against the anti-piracy that, you know, you basically don't even own your whole console. You know, it's kind of insane to think about that. They just have complete ownership over it, and they can just decide remotely, hey man, you're doing some bad stuff, man. We don't like how you did that, man. We're just gonna break your shit, man. Boop. That's how a lot of like consoles, I feel like, are gonna go now, because so many people bought it, so many people accepted it. You know, why would PlayStation not? And why would Microsoft not in the future? Why would they not just be like, we'll just remotely control it now? You're okay with not owning it, right? Well, fucking, you know, you don't own it. We're just giving you the license to use this completely intricate technology that is physically in your hand. There's just a license to use this. And then once your license expires, you better fucking renew that bitch. Or you got a bricked piece of shit that won't do anything for you. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, honestly, you can't be mad at it. They are a multi-billion-dollar company feeding a lot of wonderful, wonderful Japanese people. There may be one or two rapists in there. Who knows? Who cares? The thing is, it's changing lives, you know? These $80 games, for all the idiots that did buy them for their children, they're happy. And for all the execs over in Japan feeding their children, they're happy. And I'm gonna be happy playing Dragon Quest and getting my tubes tied. What the fuck? I don't know what's happening. It's high and I'm very morning. It's high and I'm very morning. Is that what I just said? Yeah, that is what I just said. It's high and I'm very morning. Wow. I'm not gonna correct myself. You're just gonna have to deal with the confusion that I just said, and I'm not gonna correct myself. But yeah, it's a very weird age we live in, to where console generations are. You know, you realize the Switch was nearly here a decade. Like, console generations usually do not last that long. It's kind of funny because I sometimes think that video games have been around for 50 years. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're almost there. We're almost there. But yeah, you know, it feels like a century, honestly. It feels like a century. But you know, you have to think video games in itself haven't been around for that long, and the Switch, like, it was so good. I think the Switch is still selling, honestly. I think it might be selling better now. I know I might buy another one, like a Switch 1. I might. My Switch is, you know, it's getting raggedy. You know, fucking those 2 hours it gets to recharge every day. Might need a few more. Might have to turn my Switch off every now and then. It's literally on right now. But yeah. What I can say is that no matter what happens in the downturn of this generation, and I don't think the Switch 2 generation is going to last nearly as long as the Switch 1. I think Nintendo is just doing what it usually does. They kind of just do the bare minimum with the business. The bare minimum doesn't make them look like terrible people. And then with the games, they try really hard. It's just there's a disconnect between the hirings. You know, it's like one person cares a lot, and the other person just really wants to get the person who cares a lot of money. And they don't care about anything else. They don't even care about the people using their products. And maybe that's how it seems to me. Maybe that's my perspective. But I feel, even if that's my perspective, as long as life is being communicated in a way that you are okay with, it's fine marketing-wise. You know, I'm not saying all these business middle management execs are just like, they're so heinous, they need to be fired and killed and No, man, like, everyone's doing the best they can. And I feel like that's all we could ask for. About at the end of this rant. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way you can make like a multi-billion-dollar company develop empathy for its customers, but first step is voting by your wallet, and I would say vote by your wallet, but it's kind of past that by now, guys. You know, you're kind of like we're way past voting with our wallets at this point. You guys definitely voted, and you said more Switch 2, and so I'm like, okay. But I really do think it's kind of all cap, and they're not gonna come out unscathed from this. I really don't. Mario Kart World kind of opened some eyes. Oh shit, there's the Mario Kart World alarms too. You know, when you get Expedition 33 coming out, and you get like Oblivion Remastered coming out, and the Mario Kart World is just, the content is just not there. Like, of course it feels good, but it's just not there. People are kind of waking up. People are kind of waking up to the reality that Nintendo may have fucked them over, and I feel like there's a reason why they didn't just put Donkey Kong as a launch title. They had to swing it on over for this next couple weeks here, which is weird, but I think I know why. It's because it's gonna be a shit game. It's going to be a bunch of Donkey Kong Dookie. Donkey Kong Duty butt cheeks. Donkey booty. Donkey dick. Okay, let me stop. I'm getting pretty nasty right now. I'm feeling pretty nasty. Also, I accidentally left my so I was grinding with the druid here. I know it's not solo. You fucked it up. You fucked up the quest. Okay, so we have this one random druid here, but I assure you, this boss would have been just as easy with him. I assure you, and we'll switch it next time. So forgive me, don't forgive me. I don't really care. I really, you know, just do you. This is one of the coolest bosses. You can understand why. I forgot too, because this is one of the coolest bosses. I mean, look at this environment we have here. Somehow an entire dragon fits inside this train. But yeah, I really do like this battle area. This is like the only time they use it in this game. It's quite sad. I don't think there are many other train dungeons. But we'll get to cooler places. No worries. They'll be nice and chill fights. And as you can see, this is very quick, very quick and easy. I I really wish I would have remembered to not take the druid in there, because I was just grinding. I promise I was just grinding. I wasn't doing real things. I was just AFK grinding. No, don't expose me for not being a true solo quest. Ah! Okay. But that's my take on Nintendo and Square. Square's not doing too hot either, man. I think Dragon Quest 12 is in development hell, and I feel terrible for giving Nintendo any more money than I'm giving them for the subscription fee to both Nintendo Online and to this for Square. So that I can play it on the Switch, because honestly, they just constantly do the bare minimum for anything that's not their amazing gameplay and the character design. You know, sometimes music, but like I feel like definitely Square lacks on the music nowadays. Like Final Fantasy 16. Okay, yeah, Final Fantasy 16 did have a pretty fucking lit soundtrack, but you know, the new Dawn Trail from 14. And the story, too, from Dawn Trail. I feel like there's a lot of complaints from Final Fantasy XIV that I could compare to version 7 of this game, but I've been working on that video for a while. I hope you guys, you know, you keep your eyes open. There are some editing things going on. Oh! Damn, Dustin. He'll be okay. But that's how I feel. Nintendo is just, you know, smacking us down and kidnapping our childhoods. Which inherently was their plan, you know, from the beginning. That's the thing, you know, you get them young, 14 to 19 kind of area, you know, and envelop that. And then, got a new generation of 29-year-old cucks that buy your $50, $500 system and your $100 games. But I can't do it. It's not only because I'm broke. I just can't justify it, man. I can't justify the price tag of a Mario Kart World, even though I am a huge Mario Kart fan. And I don't like to do the whole judgment of a game when I don't even play it, but I have to put this vote in. I just don't feel like the amount of content, the type of content, I don't even think this really gels with what the Mario Kart formula was, you know? Like why aren't we doing like huge ass races or like 99 man, I don't know. Maybe the battle royale isn't the way to go either, but that's more of critiquing the culture of it. I just feel Mario Kart wise, they kind of just said it's $80 because it's Mario Kart and we know you're gonna buy Mario Kart. We did not do anything. We did not do anything. People are saying the open world innovation for a kart racer. It's like, what the kart racers aren't open world, that's the innovation, so it costs more. I'm like, bro. There are so many innovations in the gaming industry that come up and then the games don't have to cost more. It's just like, you can throw out all these justifications, but it really makes no sense. And there's no reason. Because whatever way you want to slice the cake. Minecraft came out. It wasn't an elevated price. Saying Breath of the Wild came out. That's a Nintendo game. You know, first Zelda game that was open world and was this, you know, same regular price. Nah, dog. It's a cash grab. It's got to be a cash grab, and it's probably because of all this stock talk and everybody was waiting for the Switch 2. You know how long the build up for the Switch 2 was? These motherfuckers know you're gonna buy it no matter what. We've been thirsty for this cock. And this is just the natural toxic Chad who's like, I know you want to fuck me, so, you know, now we gotta go to the Balenciaga store or whatever the fuck guys do to, I don't know, man, make the girl work for it more. I have no idea. But yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. When you see through it, it just feels sad. It's like, what are you gonna do with all that money? I mean, of course, if they worked hard on the game, but I just have such a hard time believing that the Mario Kart world took so much work and innovation and dedication. You know, I have a hard time believing that, honestly. Like, it's a fucking gacha game. It's like Forza without a story. You know, you even add a fucking story. You even add a real customization. Like, you know, why can't I put a Wiggler body on a Goomba? Like, you know, like real customization? Why can't I make like an actual fucking Mario character? Or an actual cart, like just color it and design the wheels. Whatever, man. What the fuck ever, man. And I think it really is a matter of perspective and how you want to look at it, and also what you want to buy it for. Because really, there's only 3 people buying it. There's like, you know, the super hardcore Nintendo shills, and then there's just the parents, and then there's the influencers, you know, the people like me who are making the content, who actually decide to put their voices out there. And of these 3 people, I really can't believe like just how many people bought the damn thing. Like that legit actually surprises me. Legitimately. To the point where I just kind of don't believe it. I'm just kind of calling cap 100%. Because Nintendo does that, you know, just like with the amiibos. They do the false scarcity shit, and they're like, oh yeah, there's, you know, such a hard demand for these, and you printed like 4 of them. Fucking losers. It's just like with Pokemon. And you see people's patience wearing thin, especially with things like Pokemon, like the scalpers. People getting tired of them. People getting tired of competitive gaming with Pokemon, and people getting tired of the Smash community. People are just getting tired of everything Nintendo. We're starting to just not tolerate it, and I think that's very scary as a natural Nintendo lover. Honestly, I don't really think it's Nintendo. I think it's just my childhood, you know? This is very relatable character designs. Very comforting times, you know? So. I don't really think it has to connect too much with the actual Mario-ness, the actual Dragon Quest-ness, you know, the whatever it is. You know, it's just kind of old me. Old me looking back at young me, looking back at old me, looking back at young me. Looking back at old me. Whatever you want to say, man. Oh, yeah, I feel like the rant is pretty much over. Nintendo, they have our hearts, but now they want our souls. And motherfucker, you cannot take my soul. You know, as a matter of fact, give me my heart back. Give me my heart back, you bitch. Because we all have our own jurisdiction of what we care about, what we love. And I'm not saying that it's got to be mutually exclusive. Like, you can only love one thing at this park. No, man, I'm not saying that. Not saying that. I'm saying we have a choice to retract or attract. New energy. And this switch to energy, it's not for me. It's not for me. I see people glazing it too. I go into work and people are like, yeah, I got pre-ordered that. Barely pre-ordered it, man. It was fucking fantastic. And you get Mario Kart World, and we were playing that all night. Glazing it. And I'm like, yeah, man, I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun. And that's the thing, guys. I think it might have just stemmed from us all wanting to fit in, really. From the very beginning. Because Nintendo used to be incredibly popular. I guess it still is. It's like the video game giants, you know? You can't really get away from knowing about a plumber. And the Mario movie kind of elevated that. I think the Mario movie may have had a little bit more to do with $80 games than we think, guys. I think we may have fucked up seeing that in theaters. I think we may have. Yeah, because Nintendo knows they got us by the balls now. They got us by the balls, and they're doing the same fucking bullshit they did with the Wii U and trying to get us to slurp their glorp. And I did eventually get a Wii U. I think that was right before I went off to college, but I really don't see myself buying it for myself. I might get it somehow. You know, it always happens. You know, last time, I think somebody else bought it. And they're like, fuck, I'm so bad I bought it. I would have given it to someone. I don't want it anymore. I'm like, he could give it to me for free. And then he just gave it to me for free. So, yeah. Who knows how it could happen? I'm not saying that's how it's gonna happen. I'm not saying how I want it to happen. I'm just saying I'm keeping my options open. You know, it's the same thing with bitches. You know, I'm not, oh no, I hate women. And they're like, yes, you know, we're scared of women. I like to rephrase it like that because it makes people feel good about themselves, right? So I'll say I'm scared of women, but I'm not too afraid to speak my mind, to take action. You know, of course I'm afraid, but I'm still gonna take action. I'm still gonna do what I need to do. I'm still gonna say what I need to say, or maybe I just won't, because I don't feel like dealing with the consequences. You know, and that's a decision. That's a decision that you have to make. You know, maybe you want to jump into switch to a hole, be $500 down the drain. Maybe just don't pay rent 1 month. And that's your decision to make. But the calculated risk of some bullshit like that is not what I want to take. It just does not seem like me. It does not seem like something I want to vote for with my wallet. Although, obviously, big Nintendo guy. Clearly. So, that's my thoughts. We're about done with this dungeon. I think we're gonna do the boss next time. This is kind of a long rant. So, give a little subby wubby. I'll see you next time. Peace out.